let's review a bunch of leftover cereals that I missed this year. Thanksgiving dinner is over and we're stuffed to the max with turkey, but there's always room for some leftovers. That's true for cereals too, right? Friends, it's time to eat some cereal. Happy birthday, everybody. Welcome to Seriously, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Alex, and I eat and review hundreds of cereals a year with episodes every single week in order to help you get the most out of your cereal experience. Today on Seriously, we've got one of my favorite annual traditions here, the Leftovers episode. Our regular weekly episodes of Seriously feature the latest and greatest cereals, but sometimes there are just too many to cram in, and some are lost in the shuffle. But instead of letting them disappear into history without trying them, I've saved a few to try together today to squeeze them in before the rush of Christmas cereal start flying our way starting next week. So let me show you what I got. First is this Bluey cereal, based on the beloved kids show. Bluey is funny. It's heartfelt, it's uber popular, and I bought this cereal when it was released several months ago, but it just kept getting overshadowed by bigger hitters. Poor Bluey. The cereal itself looks like pretty straightforward corn balls, but with a blue color. But here's the odd twist. There is no mention of any flavor on the box. Are these just Kix, but blue? That would be crazy, right? I mean, I guess Kix are already kid-tested and mother-approved, but would General Mills really be that lazy? Surely they've got some sort of unique flavor that they just don't mention? What is going on here? We're going to have to find out together. Next, I've got this one. Honey Bunches of Oats Chocolate. These were technically new at some point this year, but the truth is that Post has tried a few different attempts at bringing chocolate Honey Bunches of Oats to market before. This one just represents their newest swing in the chocolate category. There's more chocolate in here than in any other version that came before, so I actually have pretty high hopes for these. Finally, we have the latest fun flavor attempt from Great Value, Red Velvet Cake. If you're a fan of the channel, you'll know that weird Great Value flavors are some of my favorite things. Sometimes they're absolute garbage. More rarely, they're also an incredible hit, but always they're an adventure. Red Velvet Cake is an intriguing one here because real Red Velvet Cake isn't just chocolate cake that's been dyed red. It's supposed to also have a subtle tanginess from ingredients like buttermilk and vinegar. It's also almost always paired with cream cheese frosting. Could Great Value possibly capture any of those distinctives? I can tell you it's a crapshoot with them, but there's nothing I like more than shooting some crap. And for now, I want to use all of my cereal expertise to help you decide if you need a bowl of any of these three leftover cereals. Hey, if you made it this far, you deserve a tryptophan-induced nap after this. But would you do me a favor first? Would you like this video and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with what cereal we should look at together in a future episode? Doing any of those things would really help me out. All right, I think I am ready. I have got my bowls, I've got my spoon, I've got my trusty 1% milk, and of course I have all of these cereals of the hour now, even though I avoided them before. Sometimes I feel bad about that. Sorry, guys, I'm apologizing to cereal. I don't know what's happening now. I think I want to give these a try in the order I introduce them. So let me start with the Bluey cereal. It's got a really fun activity in the back where you have to find all these items in the room where Bluey and Bingo are playing. Now let's open it up and see what it looks like in a bowl. I ripped the bag. What the heck? They're not even blue-y, they're blue-ish. They're not like covered in blue coloring. They're like loosely dusted with some blue. Well, that's weak. As far as smell goes, there is no scent at all of a different flavor. Could these actually just be Kix that are colored blue? I still can't believe that that would be the case. Holding out hope that there is something to these. I like Kix, but this is supposed to be something different. We got to figure this out. Let's try Bluey Cereal Dry. It's just Kix. No. This cannot be possible. Imagining that this might be the case, I actually went to the store earlier and got myself a box of Kix so we can compare. Let me pour those out. Well, they certainly look the same. Let me try the Kix dry. Now the Bluey. They're exactly the same. Now again, Kix are great, Kix are classics, Kix are fine, but when you're gonna go through the trouble of slapping a cartoon character on your box, calling the cereal a different thing, making them a slightly different color, how much harder is it to just put a little bit of flavor in it? I'm not a big Bluey watcher, but surely there's something that Bluey likes to eat or something his family has experienced together that they could have used as a flavor for this on the cheap. They could have just called this Bluey Kix or Kix Bluey, but they didn't. They called it Bluey. What was going through their minds when they thought that was the right decision? Hey, I'm not a cereal exec yet, so I gotta defer to the experts' wisdom in this, I guess. I forgot, we still have to put milk on this stuff and see if that does anything to it. Let me tell you what, this had better turn the milk blue. All right, first let's taste it. Let's give a try to Bluey cereal in milk. It's just Kix. I don't know if I'm enraged, but I'm pretty upset. Just to put a button on this, I'm going to put milk on the Kix bowl too. Let's give a try to Kix cereal in milk. They be's the same. All right, let's check the milk color now that it's been in there for a while. Yes, it's slightly bluish, greenish. That tamps down my anger a tiny bit. But friends, this is some lazy cereal design, I will tell you that. I gotta move on. I'm so upset. Let's go for the next one, which is Honey Bunches of Oats Chocolate. Ooh, it looks really good. Very chocolatey. Here are the big clusters. These clusters are huge. It's got my favorite type of chocolate cereal look to it, where instead of being fully coated, it's like splash coated, so you can still see some of the cereal peeking through. Now, wait a minute. Why do I like that here and I did not like it in that Bluey cereal? Listen, I don't have to be consistent. This is my life. Anywho, let's give a try to Honey Bunches of Oats Chocolate. Whoa! Geez, that chocolate oat cluster I had was way too big. It overwhelmed any sense of crispiness or lightness. It was super dense and heavy. I see a couple more big ones like that in here, and that does not interest me. I see a couple smaller ones. This smaller one seems like the right size. Did I just get a weird box with a couple of these chunkos in it? The chocolate itself is all right. The box says it's made with real chocolate and cocoa, and that's definitely what I'm tasting. It almost splits the two right in half, partially chocolatey flavor, partially a cocoa flavor. Let's put some milk on this, see if that helps it out a little bit. All right, let's give a try to Honey Bunches of Oats Chocolate in milk. Geez, I'm not sure what I think. I think I do know what I think. I'm not a big fan of this. It's got like a rustic flavor, a darkness to it that is not up my alley. That's a real letdown because it almost had the look of my dearly departed chocolate frosted flakes, but it certainly does not live up to that legacy. I think the clusters are too big and strong and not crunchy, and I think the chocolate taste does not do it for me. It is turning the milk quite chocolatey. Maybe I should give the milk a taste. That's pretty good. But there are plenty of other chocolate cereals that I would rather strain milk through. Let's put that one to the side and finish up with our last one, Red Velvet Cake from Great Value. Oh, they've got an activity on the box. Start at the top and end at the bottom. It looks like they put the finish on the wrong side of the exit. I would have preferred the finish over here. And if you're a numbskull, they've got the answer here on the side, as always. Let's open these up. Well, I think these look great. They definitely have a twinge of red, just the way a red velvet cake would. And actually, the frosting on the outside does them a lot of good because it looks like cream cheese frosting that the cake usually has. They kind of just look like a reddish Oreo-O's. May they rest in peace. Well, let's dive in. Let's give these a try. Let's try Great Value's Red Velvet Cake cereal. Boy, that is some flimsy cereal, my friends. It's crispy to the max, like a onion level of crispiness, in which there's so much air in it that by the time you get through that first crispy chew, there's barely anything in your mouth. Taste-wise, it's fine. It's very sweet, but it does have a little bit of a salty kick. If you had given me 10,000 guesses, there's no way I would have guessed red velvet cake. Let's put some milk on this and see if that does anything new. All right, let's try Great Value's red velvet cake cereal in milk. This is pitiful. Sometimes Great Value cereals taste slightly less quality than others. This tastes like it was made for a nickel. It is flimsy. It is lousy. It is as lame cereals get. Fascinating, because it's not disgusting. It just tastes so cheap that it doesn't seem worth the $2.97 you're going to pay for it at Walmart. I've disliked some Great Value cereals in the past, but not for this same reason. Wow, what a journey we have been on. I think all that's left is to give all of these cereals a rating out of 5. Well, friends, we have done it all. We talked, we ate, we took every facet of taste and texture into consideration, and now it's enough. Let's give some final verdicts out here. Let's go in the order that we tried them. First of all, Bluey Cereal, get real. This is not a cereal. This is already a different cereal. This is absolutely General Mills's most lazy moment ever. To be clear, Original Kix to me is a 3.5 in the cereal world. Bluey, because it is nothing at all, I have to give it a 1. It's not gonna hurt you, but it should not exist. All right, let's go to the next one, which is the Honey Bunches of Oats Chocolate. Not a fan. Did not enjoy it. Oat clusters, too big. Not crunchy enough. Chocolate was kind of weird combination of chocolate and cocoa. I gotta give this a 1 out of 5 as well. Finally, we get to the Great Value red velvet cake. This one was even worse. I said the Bluey cereal was nothing. This was less than nothing. This is bad for even a Walmart generic cereal. I'd say avoid it at all costs. This one for me gets a 0.5 out of 5. Oh my goodness, my goodness. What an episode of disappointment and being let down. I'm glad that these were leftover cereals, that I got to review them all on this leftovers episode, because individually they are nowhere near deserving their own episodes of Seriously. The real winner here, if anybody, is Kix. Just go out and get some Kix. If you do want to try today's actual cereals for yourself, all 3 of them are still available. I got Bluey at Target. I got chocolate Honey Bunches of Oats at Vaughn's in my area, which I think is owned by Albertson, so maybe you have those. And of course, you can check your local Walmart for the red velvet cake, since Great Value is their store brand. Hey, listen, even though I didn't like any of these cereals, I would love to spend even more cereal time together, and YouTube thinks that you're going to enjoy the videos that are on screen right now. So check those ones out while you're waiting for our brand new episode next week. Until then, never be soggy.